up, everybody? My name is Lloyd Ross, and I'm live here to talk to you about the 3 levels of financial resilience. Okay, the 3 levels of financial resilience. So how did this come about, this particular topic? Why am I coming to you live to talk to you about this? Well, I learned it yesterday. So they say if you learn something, the best way to retain it is to teach it. So I thought, I think by now I know a lot about finance and money. Certainly, but I'm always learning. I'm still learning things, all these years later. So the learning journey never stops. So this particular topic, the 3 levels of financial resilience, I heard about last night. And last night, I was able to, or Alicia and I were able to facilitate a mastermind, a 90-minute mastermind with our mentor, okay? And her name's Jen. And she, amazingly, she has earned near $10 million with an online side business she runs effectively from, a computer, from a home, from a phone, and which is amazing. And we've known her for a number of years, and she was talking to us about this whole financial resilience, the levels of financial resilience last night. So I thought it was really interesting, and I was a big believer in it, and I was like, that makes absolute sense. So I'd love to be able to teach you guys what the 3 levels of financial resilience are and see where you sit, okay? ABL, always be learning, Alicia says. So if you've got any questions or comments, whether you're on Instagram watching this or you're on Facebook, or this will stream to YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn. So wherever you are watching this, please feel free to comment, leave me a question. If you want to share this, please share it. Tag your friends in it. If you feel like this is something they need to see, tag them in this replay out live. And this will also be on my IGTV as well. So let's go. 3 levels of financial resilience. Level 1, okay? The first level of financial resilience is to look after you. That means you are resilient at level 1. And it's shocking to see how or know how many people cannot look after themselves. And as we were talking last night with Jen, the discussion was, if you are in a mature Western market and you are healthy and, you've got some level of schooling and education, which everyone does, then there's, after a certain number of years, there's really no excuse not to be able to look after yourself. I mean, it was like, if you can't secure, or if you can't be at level 1 resilience, then you've got no business with leisure. I mean, realistically, like there should be no time in your life for leisure of any kind, just about, if you haven't achieved level 1 resilience, which has been able to look after yourself at least. And, if you are in a mature market, you've had a certain level of education, and which everyone does, and you're healthy, then really long term shouldn't really be room for handouts. If you're down and out one time, you need some help, great, but it shouldn't be an ongoing thing, okay? Because it means you're not really achieving level 1 resilience. You're not financially resilient at all if you can't look after even yourself. All right. Now, again, I'm not not here to debate whether we need constant handouts or not, but I feel like if someone's down and out, or everybody needs a bit of a helping hand to get back up, right? But it shouldn't be this ongoing thing. Like, I always need complete help, or I need financial help all the time, forever, especially if I'm healthy, especially if I'm in the Western world. Okay, educated. Be creative, work hard, no leisure. Work. 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs to be able to at least get to level 1. All right. Now, after you've achieved level 1 of financial resilience, the second level of financial resilience is to be able to look after others in a confident way. And I think that if someone reaches level 1 resilience, here's what it really means. Absolute true level 1 resilience means if you lost your job, if you lost your business, you would still be able to look after yourself no matter what. All right. So I think, our mentor Jen was saying yesterday, if that happened to her, she'd be able to live for 50 years. So the level of wealth, your wealth is determined for how many days you can survive without your job or without your business. And that is complete tick, or complete achievement of level 1 financial resilience. And once you achieve that, then you can start to move to level 2. And level 2 is where you can confidently give out or provide assistance within your circle of influence, within your friendship circle, within your family. So if someone's in a tight spot, they don't need to go for handouts to the government, you might want to be able to give them a helping hand yourself. Okay, so that means you can help others around you. Anyone you come in contact with, you can help confidently with a certain amount of money that's really impactful for them. So, for example, hey, do you need $1,000 a week to live for the next 12 months as you get back on your feet? I can do that. That is complete level 2 financial resilience. Okay, so if you've achieved level 2, it means you can actually do that. All right, which is an amazing place to be. Financial resilience level 2. Now, level 3 goes beyond that, which I know, a lot of us were like, man, I just love level 1. I'd love level 2. That'd be even better. Okay. But level 3 goes beyond that. And level 3 is something that I feel like everyone should aspire to achieve, within reason. Some people achieve this stuff when they're born in third world countries without, great health and without anything. Some of them have achieved that. It's incredible. So level 3 of financial resilience is about being able to live absolutely 1000% on purpose based on what you feel your purpose is on earth. And someone that's living that obviously is the likes of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and, to a large extent, Warren Buffett and many, many, many billionaires. Okay. So they're doing things like, Elon wants to go to Mars and he wants to, get rid of the combustion engine on Earth. So there's some really big, audacious goals. Could he help his family? In a sec. Ooh, let's go through the 3 levels for him. Can he help himself? Absolutely. Can he help any one of his family members and his friends? Absolutely. He's got level 2. And is he living on purpose in doing what he wants to do? Absolutely, he is. He's got all 3 levels of financial resilience. He's impenetrable. You can't break that. Okay, he's got so much that he's got absolute financial resilience. And it's great to be able to aspire to be like the likes of Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon, and Elon Musk, who owns SpaceX and Tesla. But let's just go back to level, because it starts with level 1 and it goes to level 2 and 3, okay? A lot of us are still trying to master level 1. But I think it was a real eye-opener for everyone who was on the call. We had 57 or more. There was more than 60 probably on the call last night with that mastermind or that masterclass with Jen. And it was like, wow, if I lost my job or my business or whatever, I'd be down at the dollar office going, hey, give me some money. And I think that we don't want to fall in the trap of having to depend on anyone or anything for our financial wellness. And that, for me, is the most important thing about financial resilience. That's why, I'm so pedantic about, hey, you really ought to save, you ought to invest, you ought to sacrifice leisure and work more just to build that. You don't have to do it forever, but certainly to focus on building that level 1 resilience. Financial resilience is so important, because the worst place to be in is being able to, have to hold your hat out to the government and say, hey, I need your help, government. It's just a really poor spot to be in, especially if you're forced to sell your house and you don't want to, and all this stuff. Now, unfortunately, with life, things, can happen. But if we know that, and we know they can happen, and we know that life is uncertain, then why don't we plan for the uncertainty? Which means less leisure time, more work, more hustle, more investment, be smarter, more delayed gratification, and all the unsexy stuff that comes with wealth. Because unless we're doing that, we've really got no business taking handouts, all right? And again, I'm not talking about the single mum that lost a job, who's got 4. We do need Social Security for those moments, but I think we all have to take absolute responsibility. If we are healthy, educated, and we are, capable, then we really shouldn't be relying back on anyone. So I would implore you to go have a think about these 3 levels of financial resilience. Certainly aim to get to level 1 and ask yourself, how long can I really last if I lost my job or if I lost my business? If the answer is not very long, then you've got to take stock. You got to say to yourself, well, I really need to actually be serious about this. Should I be out jet skiing while this is going on? Right? Because if you're out jet skiing and having a great time, and then you lose your job, then all the taxpayers are going to pay you to give you money to survive. And I think that's rather, personally, I think that can be a bit irresponsible. Okay, especially if you don't have a large family and you're young and you've got plenty going you should be out there giving it a crack. All right. So I would encourage you to aim for level 1 at least, but then the long-term goal, hey, level 2, level 3, if you've got it in you, all the way to level 3. And that's really amazing to be able to get there. Okay, so that's the 3 levels of financial resilience. I hope that was of value to you. I'd love to know what level you think you're at. If you want to pop it in the comments below, I'd love to know where you're at, or how long it's going to be until you at least complete and master level 1. And if you know anyone who's at level 2 or 3, tag them in this, share this, and I'll see you soon for another live on money, finance, investing, entrepreneurship. Lots of topics coming through here. I do a couple of these a week now, so we're going to ramp that up. And of course, if you want to grab my book, go to lloydjross.com, where you can learn about our story of how we created financial independence. And of course, tune into the podcast, Money Grows on Trees. I'm dropping an episode once a week at the moment and might try and ramp that up to 2. So there's free content in there. And thanks for tuning in. And I will see you on the next live broadcast on IG and all the platforms, actually.